Hi, my name's Paula and welcome to my vlog. Just come back from having coffee with a friend this morning here in Botanical Gardens. So pretty. It was so pretty that I thought, you know what, why don't I vlog from here rather than get home. So here I am. Anyway, so I went for a coffee down near, oh hold on, I think I'm lost. So anyway, back to my story. So I went and had coffee at Bumble. I think it's like Bumblebee in the garage or something. Anyway, I'll put the link below because I'm probably wrong, so forgive me. Which is inside Botanical Gardens, and now I'm going to go for a walk. So pretty. The sun is it's quite warm out here. There's a lot of people walking around, so I thought I might go a different direction. Let's try this way. So where we are, I vlogged from Botanical Gardens before, so I'm not actually going to show you around as such. What I'm going to do is maybe have a chat to you about moving abroad. These are the reasons. I guess it's what you should know before you go. So here are my 5 tips. Make sure you do your research. Go on all the websites you can possibly go on and have a look at the cost of living. This is a massive mistake that most first-time expats do, including myself. So you may feel like the package is awesome, however, the cost of living in that country might be really expensive. So you really need to do your homework. There's quite a few online websites, which I'll link below, and you can check out the cost of living. If you haven't already got a friend there that you can ask a heap of information from, this is probably your best your best resource is to go online. Friends, this is a great opportunity for you to reach out and ask, how much does it cost to rent an apartment? Where should you be living? You should be asking them, how much does it cost for milk, or how much is your groceries, or what's your utility bill like? All these sort of things really will make a massive difference on how much money you will have at the end of the day, because you need to live. At the end, you're going overseas to live, but you're also going overseas to save. That's why you are having this, or generally speaking, that's why you're here. That's what this experience is all about, is to save money. So reach out. Definitely reach out. Schools. If you're coming to another country with children, schools are going to be a huge part of where you live. Well, it will be the foundation of where the children will be able to meet friends. You meet friends as a travelling spouse. However, you need to also be careful that it's not too far away from your husband's commute. So you need to figure out, the school will be the place where you will have the most trouble, because basically the lines are normally, for good schools, endless. You need to go to a waiting list. You need to apply as soon as possible, and I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. I would probably apply for more than one. Take the opportunity for the look-see to really check out the school, because the school might be on paper beautiful school, great school, for whatever reason. However, when you get there, the feel of the school is important, because it will generally be what you think will suit your children. So although everyone else is telling you to go to one school because it's got such a great reputation, go with your gut feeling. Go for the look-see, meet the principal, go for a school tour and check out the school, because it really is a massive important part of your life and the upbringing of your children and the happiness of your children too. Number 3, you're gonna have to check out, if you go for a look-see, it gives you the opportunity to check out the areas that you should be living in, or that you have the opportunity to live in. Because although quite often you'll have a place in mind, when you go out and check the places out, sometimes it's not really what you want, and you don't know that until you go. I'll give you a perfect example. When we were moving to Seoul, I had it in my head that I wanted to live in Itaewon. Everyone I knew lived in Itaewon. That is the place to be. Now, when we went out and had a look at housing, I realised that's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to live somewhere that was a little bit more leafy and greeny, that I could go for walks. And so I ended up living in Sambukdong for a completely different reason. I went for the look-see, had in mind Itaewon was the place, was a little bit iffy. Then I went back when I moved there, and then we went looking at housing again. I realised it really wasn't the place for me. So spending some time in a service department really allowed me the opportunity to realise that that wasn't the area that I wanted, and I looked somewhere completely different. And I'm so glad I did, because I absolutely loved it. So if you are moving up to a place and you cannot go for a look-see, the best thing you can do is ask the school, where does all the kids live? Do they all live around the school area? Is there a particular place, that an area that most children congregate? Because that's also a rookie mistake. Our first assignment in Taiwan, wow, was that an eye-opener. When I asked the company where we should move to, they said move close to the school. You know, the real estate agent that was a part of the company. Moved into school, this great expat area. What I realised later was it wasn't. No one lived in that area. No one spoke English. So all the play dates were, it was hard. It was hard for the kids. It was hard for me and for my time there. So my experience wasn't great. So do your research. Number 4, transport. Make sure you are sure that you should get a car, whether you can live without a car, whether most people, use public transport system. Are you living in an area that you need to have a driver? Can you drive yourself? These are all things that you really need to know before you go, because when I moved to Malaysia, I got a driver, because everyone said you need to have a driver. It's the best thing to do because the streets are crazy. So we had a driver. Now, I didn't love the experience. There were some perks. Yes, you did need to find parking. There were some perks that you could go out and have a night out, and he could drive you home. But I just needed my independence. I much preferred when we didn't have a driver. I could park. Parking was not such a big issue, but I had the car whenever I wanted. The problem I had with a driver was that he was never at my beck and call. I needed to think about and plan the day before I went, which was a pain. So check it out. Go if you get a chance to stay there for a little while beforehand and you're just using public transport. That's also a really good indicator. I thought living in Singapore that I had to have a car, because everyone has a car. But my circumstances are different now. So I don't have children, so I don't have a car. And in fact, it's actually easy here. And Grabs, which is Uber, are cheap and easy, and I don't actually have to plan too much in advance. I live around the corner from the MRT. If I need to catch an MRT, it's easy. If I had kids, it might be different, but for me right now in my life and where I am, I don't need it. And so I'm glad I didn't actually go out and purchase a car or rent a car straight away, because I really, really don't. So number 5, for those who are not moving with kids, then go and find a group. Go and find a ladies group or some sort of community group that will ensure you can meet people. Because that is going to be the hardest thing, especially if you're not working. For me, it has been a really great experience here in Singapore because I haven't got children, and it's quite unique. The whole experience is quite unique because I've had to put myself out there and learn or meet people. And so the best way I did it was I joined a group called ANZA, which is the Australian and New Zealand organisation. So my suggestion to you would be go out, put yourself out there, meet new people, because the whole experience is fantastic, but you need to do your research before you go, and you need to be able to put yourself out there. If you're shy, if you're an introvert, you need to push yourself out of those boundaries and really do some searching within you to go out and meet people on your own, because you'll be meeting people on your own all the time. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.